Hey, what's up? It's John Kizzy. You know who is he, a.k.a. Philly G, because they know who I be. I'm here with King Tigger.
What's up?
My cousin Ray Ray. And special guest, Quake Matthews.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, fellas, man.
Of course. And we started a podcast. Here, episode 101. New chapter. New chapter in the thing. So, of course, we had to get a special guest to celebrate the new chapter.
Yes, sir. And we celebrating.
Yeah, we celebrating.
Yeah. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, yeah, there you go.
Yes, sir. Congrats, guys.
Oh, look at that. Watch out now.
I love to see the consistency, man. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you. We won't say what we're celebrating with until y'all sponsor us. And then that's when you'll see it on the thing.
Straight up.
Yeah, so, glad to see you come through, man. Shoot, I don't even know where to start, man. Been playing that Be Real track.
Mm-hmm. That was hot.
Yeah, man. I guess we could start there. Yeah. Question I want to ask you. I seen you put a reel with the Be Real, like a clip of it in. You were sitting on the floor somewhere, and I think there was a bunch of paint cans.
Yeah.
And some graffiti.
Yep.
Where was that done at? That looked dope.
That was at Prince Fuse. Mike Burt, we went to high school with him.
Oh, yeah.
They have a studio. Him and his brother, Dan Burt, Foes and Fuse. So they do like a lot of the mural shit you see around the city.
Okay.
Like they do it. Like they're the best at it. Like they did the Pat Stay mural.
Okay.
They do like the Mural Fest every year where they bring in different graffiti people. And those guys are really like masters of their craft. And I just thought, like, if I'm doing like a Be Real song where it's kind of like an ode to the 90s, I was thinking graffiti, spray cans, and I thought that setting fit with the concept, So he let me, he let me use the studio and stuff like that. And yeah, man, shout out to Bert. They're the best as far as like painting, man. Like all that shit you see, if you see something crazy, like they did it.
Okay.
Like the Mr. Leahy one on Quimple, like
they do dope work.
Oh man, insane. Okay. And they draw it like freehand. Like I don't understand that shit. Like, bro, you if he's painting Biggie, like it looks like Biggie. Like there's no stencil. I don't know how they do it, man. And I don't know, as a different style of artist, I guess you could say I just have an admiration for somebody who's like worked hard and mastered their craft. And they've done that for sure.
Yeah, I definitely remember the Leahy one. That looks crazy.
Yeah. They're serious, man.
I didn't know who did that. That's dope.
Yep.
So speaking of that song that you made, tell us a little bit about how that all came together.
Okay. Yeah, man. So basically, I was just going through beats the same way I do every day. That's usually what I do. I'll wake up around 7, 8 a.m. I work better in the mornings, to be honest with you, because I feel like my mind is fresh and I'm not like a night studio guy, you know what I mean? So early in the morning when my mind is fresh, going through beats same way I do every day. And I put on this one beat, and usually I'll just start mumbling to like try to catch a vibe or a flow or a cadence. And for some reason, when I heard that beat, I can't explain it. Be Real's voice popped in my head. Like it just did. I don't know why or what happened before that, or if I saw a clip that something clicked in my brain, or I don't know what happened, but it was just like right. And I had that, and I'm like, okay, like I can't really like just steal his voice, but I'm like, so I was like, fuck it, I'm trying to figure it out. And then I'm like, damn, Be Real. So I'm like, that could be a play on words and a play on the artist. Yeah. So I'm like, if I do the impression, if the song's called Be Real, it could be about like my haters telling me like, yo, you're not going to make it. You're not going to do it. You can't do what you say you are. Be real. And then that's where it started. So I'm like, oh shit, there's like a cool double entendre here. Right. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to fucking mimic his voice. And that's going to be the concept of the song. And I kid you not, bro, Shit, I did that hook probably like 100 times. So I'm like doing it. I'm doing takes, drums kicking out the system. And I'm like, that ain't it. And I would go to YouTube and I would listen to Be Real's voice. Yeah. And I'm, all right, he pronounces certain things like this. Then I come back to it, drum kicking out that. And then I would keep trying it. And it wasn't it, bro. And I swear it was like probably like 3 or 4 hours trying to do it. And then it was like the 100th time where I was like, all right, I think this is pretty good to where it feels like that. And yeah, so then I wrote the verses and shit, the rest is history, man. And then yeah, I put the song out and then we got more to share about that, but it's
You ready to share that?
Yeah.
I mean, share it, bro.
Yeah,
Share it.
I'll share it. Yeah, so we put the song out and people started tagging Be Real in it on Instagram. And all of a sudden, I refresh my Instagram because if I put something out on Instagram, like I'm always refreshing because I want to see what the people think of it. You know what I mean? So I'm always refreshing. And then this one time I refreshed and I see Be Real comment with flame emoji. So I'm like, oh shit, like he saw this. Yeah. So now the wheels start turning in my head. I'm like, man, I'm a big dreamer, right? So it's like, I'm like, man, I wonder, like, you know, if I could get him on the verse. And then I'm just thinking money and like, how much does he charge? I'm like, I can't pull this off. And then I'm like, you know what? Shooters shoot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Exactly. I said, fuck it. I inbox him. I said, yo, man, what would it take to get you on a remix of this? Just let me know. Like, so in my head, I'm like, figuring he might send me to a manager or a business person or, bro, it was the easiest shit to get it done ever. He goes, send it to this email. Send it to the email. He goes, when you need it by. I'm like, bro, I don't need it. I'm on your time. You do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care if you want to talk on the record. I don't care if you want to just do an intro, an outro. Like, do whatever you want to do, right? I'm not questioning you. He's like, all right, cool. I'll let you know when it's ready. And then, damn, like a week later, I was sitting there refreshing my email just to check my email, and there it was, sent in a WeTransfer link, like no words, just like all the like no email, no like here you go, just the files.
The files there. Shit.
I'm just like, what the fuck, like. So I'm playing it, and I'm like, bro, you got to realize I'm bugging out. Like the first, like I'm 6 years old. Like one of the first rap projects I ever heard. There's more than hip hop on it, but the Friday soundtrack. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, I'm 6 years old. This is like my introduction to rap, along with the two others I remember is Doggy Style and 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang. And bro, roll it up, light it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale. Bro, 6 years old, I'm like, it blew my mind because like my parents listen to rock and roll. So I'm like, so then they dropped me off at the babysitters and she had 2 older sons right up the street. So then I'm listening to this music. And I'm like, what the fuck is this music? Like I resonate with this shit more than what my parents are listening to.
Right.
Yeah. So it kind of blew my mind, and to hear that voice on my song, it was mind-blowing. So yeah, I hit him up after that. I'm like, bro, can I at least like call you, say thank you? Like, can we talk about like, I want to give him like 50% of the master, like just off the strength. Like he didn't take any money. He didn't take nothing. I'm like, bro, I want to like, I just want to talk to you and be like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Let's figure it out. Like, not that he's tripping over 50% of my master. Like, bro, good. He's an icon. But it's like, just off the strength, like, I want to just talk to you and be like, tell you how much I appreciate you. So, yeah, he gave me his number yesterday. And he's like, just text me and we'll set up a call, which hasn't happened yet. But the wild thing is, man, I kept getting a premonition that he's going to call or respond while we're on this show.
That'd be dope.
So I don't know. But anyways, we got the Be Real remix featuring Be Real.
Yeah.
And it's coming out November 12th. And man, I play that shit over and over, sitting there being like, how the fuck did I pull this off?
Hey.
I can't understand. I don't know if it's the universe working for me. I don't know what's going on.
You
but
dreaming big, bro.
But I
You
truly
dreaming
believe
big, right?
that, like, if you stick with it long enough, and if you don't downplay yourself, and if you dream big, like you said, then good things happen.
Definitely.
Definitely. And you put a lot of hard work into that. Like
Yeah.
you just talked about how long it took you to craft your voice to get it to that exact level that you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people who do this are even able or willing to put that time in like that, right?
But you know what comes before that is like, yeah, I put a lot of hard work into getting that voice right, but I also put a lot of hard work in the past 15 years to get anything right.
Yeah.
So it's like that's habitual for me. It's like I'm in love with the process of it. Like the results are cool. Obviously we all want results, but I'm in love with the process, the gym, the shit you don't see. And it's like me forming good habits in that aspect, like work ethic habits, I think is what made me sit there, is what makes me be able to sit there for 4 hours and do that. Because like I'm a perfectionist. Like I want the shit to be right. Because when you put a song out into the world, whether it's on Spotify, YouTube, whatever, like that shit is on there for life.
Yeah.
Like this podcast we do right now is on here for life.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, I'm conscious of that. And like, I like to think of the bigger picture. Like when I'm gone and people are looking my shit up and my legacy, like, do I want it to be like, oh, you almost got it, but you didn't quite. No, I want it to be the best I could possibly do. And that's the shit like I live for, you know?
Nice.
Man.
Much respect off of that.
Appreciate it, man.
You know?
Yeah, and Be Real sounds down to earth as fuck.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Bro, I knew he was down to earth just by like watching his podcast, his interviews and things like that. Like you could read people's energy. I think I've become quite good at that. And I think it benefits a songwriter to be able to read people's energy and notice details that the average person might just miss in passing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I pride myself on I can read energy, and whenever you see him, you know, speak in interview, like the guy's a humble dude. Like you know he's an icon, and bro, I just seen him perform when he's like, yo, text me or whatever. The same day I seen him performing at the Raiders game.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm looking at the videos like, I'm like, you know, what does he have time to text me? Like, what? Like,
He texts you before he gets on.
like, it's like, bro, that's all. I'm not tripping. It's like,
he was in the green room eating some food, bro.
yeah. He probably like, all right, I'll call you like tomorrow or something, like, or next week. I don't care. Like,
Yeah, exactly, right?
but when it's a legend like that, I feel like it's like, bro, you're on their time. Like I'm just grateful for the opportunity. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I just want to say, if whoever's watching, man, like, thank you, Be Real, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's many other artists that you work with too.
Yep.
Like I seen that you had songs with Buck. Local artist Jordan.
Buck is another down to earth person.
Yeah,
man.
I heard that.
Very
Right?
down to earth person.
Any stories about him or?
Yeah. So shit. The reason this whole song came about, Learn As I Go with Young Buck, bro, is I'm in Nashville for a writer's camp, and Nashville's like a country town. So I dabble in like all different types of writing. I'm trying to get my country beak more wet, I guess you could say.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm down there doing like a songwriter's camp or whatever, and I see that Nas and Wu-Tang are performing in Nashville. So I'm like, I'm going to that. Then like the front row tickets it was not even crazy. It was like $200.
Oh fuck.
So I'm like, Nas my favorite artist of all time.
Okay.
And like I fuck with Wu-Tang heavy. So I'm like, all right, like I'm going. So I talked KO in. I don't know if you guys know KO. Another artist from here. KO's with me. So I'm like, bro, we gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, we buy our tickets, we go. I kid you not, when I walk through the doors of the arena, bro, the first person I see is Young Buck.
Oh shit.
Just standing there.
Yeah.
Like by the concession stand. I'm like, KO, is that Young Buck? He's like, and that's Young Buck. I'm like, let's go introduce ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. So I went up. I was like, bro, like, honestly, I'm a huge fan. Was raised off G Unit through my high school. Told him I love the track Slow Your Roll. That's like one of his deeper songs with the dude from Linkin Park, rest in peace. But I told him that, and he was cool. We took a picture, thought nothing of it. Cool. Then I post a picture to my story. Young Buck, I tag him. He reshares it in his story. Yeah. So it's like I don't ever go in like asking for nothing or looking for something. Yeah. But if I see a sign, like Be Real, put the fire emojis. All right, cool. That's an invitation. Let me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not forcing myself to like be like, let me get this or let me get that. But it's like, all right, you reshared the picture. So it's like, all right. Then he follows me. I'm like, all right. He must have checked my shit out, or I don't know what happens. You know what I mean? He must have seen the Instagram, whatever. So then I was like, damn, I wonder what it would take to get him on a record. So I call my engineers immediately. There's like 2 different ones where I recorded or who mixed my shit. And I was like, mute every idea I have, mute every second verse. So every new idea I have, which is probably like 5 ideas, I'm like, mute the second verse and just keep the rest of the song, keep the second verse open and send me everything. Right. So I was like, all right, Buck, like I'm in town for the next 3-4 days. What would it take to get you on a record? And he was like, bro, we could knock it out. Like, we could do it type of shit. And I sent him all those ideas, like I said, with the second verse missing. And the Learn As I Go one, he was like, man. He's like, bro, this speaks to me type of shit. So then I was trying to link up with him, and then it didn't happen. So I had to go to Atlanta because I was doing something else in Atlanta, a show. And then, so I was like, oh, shit, it's dead in the water. And then we're in Atlanta. We're about to go to the Drake concert, which is another story. We're about to go to the Drake concert, and I'm in the bathroom. And my camera guy, Joel's like, yo, Young Buck is FaceTiming you. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm in the bathroom, like, wipe my ass. I'm like, hold on. What does he want? You know what I mean? So, I call him back, and, bro, he's sitting there FaceTiming me, playing his verse. And, like, he's like, bro, this is one of my favorite records I ever did. Like, I have it on camera. He's like, this is one of my favorite records I ever did. He's like, this shit spoke to me so much. I'm like, damn. Like, I thought it was dead in the water. And it kind of, like, manifested. But, yeah, I say that to say this. Buck is still someone I could message right now. He'll answer instantly. Nice. Like he's a cool cat, man. Yeah. I guess to wrap it back into what we were talking about is like certain people are humble and you can see their energy, and he's one of those people.
He seemed it like when he performed up here too.
Yeah. Real cool guy. Like you could tell. You could just tell he loves this shit. Like he would do this shit if there was no stardom or fame. Like you could tell the music is in him.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like he killed that shit. Like
he did.
The song, the verse he spit, he killed that shit. I was like, wow.
And I mean, don't put yourself down too. You killed it on that track as well.
No, so, I did my thing.
Yeah, you definitely.
The way I like to say it is like all right, I inspired him to do that. I'll take second place if that's what I sparked out of somebody. Like Tupac said, you know, I might not be the guy that changed the world, but I might spark the mind that does.
Exactly.
So that's the way I look at it. You know,
no, you held your own on that one too, right?
No doubt, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
So for you, what made you all the many years would start that process to be like, this is what I want to do for my career?
Man, I knew for a long time. I knew from young. I knew from young because it made me feel a way that nothing else in the world could. And I was like, bro, I was like a pretty good athlete. Like I played every sport. Like I went to nationals for baseball. I played competitive hockey. I played basketball. I played golf. I played like damn near any sport I played. Like I could pick it up and do my thing.
Yeah.
But this, like, bro, there was no other feeling that made me feel the way that this does. Like it was just not even close. And that's like when, 15 years old, was kind of like the stamp of me in this city. And it was when it was a Trobiz had a battle, the Fight Club. And I ended up, I was in junior high. And I ended up like running through the first couple people. And then I faced Littles in the final. And I always heard about Littles, like he was like this Loch Ness monster. Like I used to freestyle up in Fairview and stuff like that. And people be like, yo, you're nice. But like, yo, there's this guy Littles, like he's the Loch Ness monster. God rest his soul. Love that guy. And then I ended up battling him in the finals, and I ended up winning, man. And bro, I'm a kid. Like I ended up winning, and I'm a kid, and that's when the city kind of put their arm around me. That's when because Littles could have took that shit the wrong way and was like, fuck this guy. But he put his arm around me. He's like, I see promise. Like he wasn't a sore loser. And like half of the shit, maybe I won because like I'm this innocent little kid, and it's who it's coming from, right? So it's like,
hey, was that at the Marquee?
Yeah,
I was there.
You were there.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? So I realize that now. Like looking back, it's like, yo, when David is throwing stones at Goliath, it seems we always root for the underdog. Is what I'm trying to say. So it's like if I watch it back now, I don't have the footage, but like maybe he would have been technically better, or maybe but like I got the W that night, whether it was me being young or whether it was merited, I don't fucking know. But the point is, like, he put his arm around me. That's the same night I met Ghetto Child, Corey Rice, a lot of people. So that night put my name kind of like in the air for the city. And that made me feel confidence, like, okay, I can really do this now. You know what I mean? And I haven't looked back.
That's crazy that I can remember that. I didn't know that was you.
That was me.
I remember that night.
I still got the gloves. I won boxing gloves, like signed boxing gloves. And I won $500, which was more money than I ever held in my hand in my fucking life.
Right.
And like I remember it was a school night, and my dad came to pick me up at like 3 a.m. at the Marquee in a little gray ass, like busted ass minivan. And I don't know I can't remember his last name. The security guard's walking me out with the money because I got the money. Corey, big dude. I forget his last name, but he's walking me out, and my dad's like, "So how'd it go?" Oh, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here." He's like, all right, you might have something here.
That's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Let me give props to your parents too for letting you do it.
Of course. A
lot of parents ain't gonna allow their 15-year-old child to go down to the Marquee, Cardigan Street. Back in them days where shit was popping off and stuff, right?
I think they knew that it wasn't just like I think they could tell that it wasn't just like, yo, I'm just trying to do this to be cool or something.
Yeah.
No, they probably
like I think they, because I won't lie, I have like an obsessive like compulsive like brain of like, if I want to succeed at something, I do it.
You do it, yeah.
So like there was like in grade 4, it was like the city cross country race. I forget how many kilometers it is, maybe 5 or 6 or some shit. And I looked at my dad, this is grade 4, and I'm like, I'm gonna win. And he's like, man. Just finish, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're good. Like, and then I came out the woods like 2 minutes before second place, and it's just I don't know if it's OCD or what it is, but when I want to be the best at something, like I don't stop. And like I think that they saw the work I was putting in with it, and they're like, all right, like he's really, really interested in this,
right.
and obviously it showed. Like I came out with the W, and it's like, but I gotta say, like my parents were so supportive with it, bro.
Which is very
like,
important.
Really good.
They bought me a karaoke machine for Christmas 1 year early. It's just like a little stupid mic, you know what I mean, like whatever, like
speaker and shit.
And you hit the tape, and you can record on tape. You just get one take, you know what I mean. And I was making tapes, like, and I think they saw the time I was putting in, and they were like,
they seen the passion,
he
right?
wants to do it, yeah.
That's
You know the parents are thinking, We see the passion, but do we really want to get him this? Because we ain't gonna stop, right?
Yeah.
That's like the parents that buy the kid the drum kit.
Yeah.
He got passion for it, but he's gonna be making a lot of fucking noise, right?
Oh yeah, bro. My studio is still at my mom's house.
Oh, is it?
Straight up.
Nice.
Like that's where I did my whole career, and like God love her, man, because like. Every hour of every day. She's retired now. She's like, man, go somewhere. Like you could tell she's probably thinking this, but never says anything.
No.
Never.
No.
Like, and it's like, so I gotta say I was blessed, man, to have parents that supported my dreams and my goals.
Yeah, but all mothers are the same way. They're thinking it, but they love seeing you every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They love seeing you walk through that door.
Yep.
So,
And they love to see you succeed and strive.
Of course,
You know what I mean?
No, it's been good, man. Like I was dating someone for a bit, and then we broke up, and then so now I'm back home, and I'm seeing a lot more of my mom and shit, and it's been really nice, man. To be honest,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's dope. Now you went from Be Real, one legend that you work with.
Yup.
I seen that you also work with another legend from the South.
Who's that?
Scarface.
Oh, I never worked with him, but we're cool.
Oh, I thought I seen.
Okay.
I never work with him, man. He tells me every time I try to get a verse or something, he's like, "I'm retired, man." He tells me he's retired, but yeah, that's a cool story, man. Because like, he followed me one day on Instagram, and I was just kind of like bugging out. And I never wrote him for like 2 years. I'm just like, all right, like what? I don't even know what to say or whatever. So I just kind of let it be. Then I almost forgot about it for a minute. And then, when you see certain things come up, like he likes something or something. And I look at his shit, I'm like, oh yeah, he's following me. So I'm like, man, you gotta message him. So I message him, and I'm like, yo, man, I just noticed, you're following me. I just want to say thank you and whatever. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
He messaged me back. He goes, yo, bro, you're so dope. I fuck with your shit so heavy. He goes, call me right now.
Oh, shit.
Here's his number. I call him, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, all right, he's an older fella. Like, I'm like, technology. I see my pops working the phone and stuff. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, does he got the wrong guy?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're talking about me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, in my head, I'm like, there's no way that he thinks that of me.
Right.
Like, that's my automatic reaction. And I call him, and he's like, nah, man, like, I fuck with you. I fuck with you heavy. I'm like, damn, that's so fucking crazy to me. Like, it's Scarface. Like, damn.
Yeah.
And then, we just been in touch ever since, man. And shit, I'll send him new shit. And when I send him the Be Real song, he'll usually just be like one word, like dope, or like I'll send him something, or he won't reply. I'm like, oh, he don't like it. And then so I send him the Be Real. He calls me, never calls me after I send him anything. He's like, bro, he laughs for like the first 10 seconds. He's like, bro, that shit is so hard. Like, and I'm like, okay, I think we got something here.
Right.
Yeah. But no, he's the man, bro. Like when we were in New York, I was in New York for like 6 months, 2 years ago, like pretty much living there, just working. And the Rock the Bells Festival happened, and Scarface was on it. And I'm trying to track him down for like 2 days. He's like, yo, meet me here. And then he's like, I'll go there. And he's like, oh, I just left. And so I'm like trying to find him. And then eventually he's like, yo, I'm staying at this hotel. So he's like, just wait out front. So I do that. I go there. And he's like out to dinner or some shit. So I sat there for like 3 hours.
Oh,
bro.
fuck.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's Scarface.
It's Scarface.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there drinking, knocking him back. And then a SUV pulls up, tinted windows. And then I see the shadow, like the silhouette through the window. I'm like, oh, man, this is for real. The door opens, and it's him. He just hugs me. He's like, man, you are so dope. I love your shit. He kept just saying that shit. And we sat down and we talked. He was smoking a cigar. We sat and talked for like 2 hours. And he was just giving advice and just everything you could think of, everything you would dream of, meeting somebody like that, like happened. And then he's like, at the end of it, he calls Hot 97, the radio station, Mr. C, rest in peace. He calls Mr. C, goes, yo, I want to tell you about this kid. I have the voice clip. I could play it for you guys after. But he's like, I want to tell you about this kid. He's like, he might be the next best thing because I don't hear nothing else. And like said it like that. And I was like, it was kind of just mind blowing. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? But man, God bless Scarface. I know he's been through a lot of like health journeys. He had the kidney transplant, just had open heart surgery a few weeks ago.
I heard about that.
So I'm always just checking on him and just letting him know how much his friendship means to me and how much he means to hip hop. Like, fuck me.
Definitely.
You know? So yeah, definitely beyond grateful to have someone like that as a friend, man. Yep.
Yeah, it's dope having a hip hop legend show you so much love, right?
Bro, this is the only reason I think I fucking did this shit for. Was like, maybe one day, like, this person will know who I am, or like this hero will know who I am,
Right.
Now I know you had to have heard this, Cardinal Offishall.
Yep.
When he was in a little interview or whatever, Stop and Talk after the Junos.
Yeah, I saw that.
He mentioned you.
Yeah, it said who do you want to
work with?
Nova Scotia artist you want to work with?
Yep.
Or was it Canadian? I think it was Nova Scotian artist, something like that. And he said me, yeah, that was amazing, man. I actually just seen him like 2 weeks ago. I won some contest. They were putting it on through a beer company. It was like spit your verse on Instagram. I don't know if you guys remember it. It was like Kardinal did the hook, and then it was like, you know, them things where it's like they do the little part, then it's like your turn, and then you duet it or whatever you do, and you put your verse to it. And it was like a little contest, and I ended up winning it. And then so I got flown out to Toronto. It was like 2 weeks ago. Got flown out to Toronto and got to go to the studio with him and lay it down and stuff. He just sent me the final version actually this morning.
Nice.
So shout out to Kardinal, man. He's a real legend too. He's another person I can ask for advice and talk to. I asked him advice on the Be Real remix because I know he's like an A&R too. Like so I'm like, man, how do I market this and how do I certain questions? And he gives me his opinions and I think that's what the whole key is, man, is knowledge. Is like knowledge and relationships. Like if you have somebody who has done it before, they have the information to give you. That's why I don't take advice from people who are just speaking and haven't done it before. You know what I mean? Because everyone has an opinion, but sometimes they're just applying their blind opinion to something you do every day.
Right.
And so I listen to opinions from people who have done it before and made the mistakes and trying to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes, you know?
Makes sense, right?
It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
I call them sports parents.
Yeah.
You never played a quarter or down or anything, but
you see that?
To say.
You see that? You see that thing? I just seen it come back up on my Instagram, but it's like an old clip of AI. Like, do you play basketball?
Yeah,
like, I'm just trying to say we don't know you from basketball.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, man.
Sports parents, man, they're the worst at it, right? Yelling at the referees, yelling at the other team. Like, what are you doing? Just watch the game.
Never played a game.
Never played a game in their life.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they're the most passionate.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Right? Hoping that child's going to make them a few million in the majors or some shit.
Yeah. No, facts.
So you said he had another story, a Drake story that you wanted to.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No, Drake, it's not really a story. I don't know. I could go back from the beginning, but the only reason Drake knows who I am is from Littles. Rest in peace.
Okay.
So, like, when I was, like, 17 in high school, Littles had this crew called The Offense. I don't know if you guys remember The Offense. Yeah. So, it was, like, a bunch of guys from Toronto, Littles, and he recruited me. Like, you want to join this thing, The Offense? I was like, fuck yeah. This is like after we battled, so probably like 3 years later after we battled. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And then, you know, I didn't know what I was getting into. And then there was all these beefs and these feuds. And I'm the battle guy. Like, go at him. Like, and I was like, I diss people I didn't know. I'm just trying to get on. Like, you know. Yeah. And so there was one of those times where Drake and his crew was called the Wise Guys at the time. And it was like Bishop Brigante, Drake, JD Era, Young Tony, Ken Masters, Boy Wonder was doing the beats. Shout out to Boy Wonder. And yeah, there was like a little feud going on. It was on the Hip Hop Canada message boards, and it was whatever. Diss songs going back and forth. So he's like, yo, we're dissing this guy. And so we dissed Drake. I never met him. I don't know him. I don't know nothing. And that's pretty much, I think, why he knows me. So like the first time I met him was at the Junos in 2010 or 9. It was in Newfoundland, and this is like a few years later, and now he's a worldwide star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like comeback season drop is like, bro, this guy got bodyguards. I'm in the VIP section. He's in the VIP section in the VIP section. On a date with the girl for Much Music. Like I'm just like, oh man. And I'm literally, I don't know why, I'm by myself, bro. And so the first time I met him, I'm by myself, and he comes out of that other VIP section, and I see that we're gonna cross paths, and I'm like, so much is going through my head. He got 2 Shaq bodyguards, like big ass mother, and I'm like, okay, so much going through my head. Does he remember me? Is he mad at me? Is he mad I dissed him? I don't know what's going on. Do I say what's up? Do I hold it down for littles? Like, I don't, does he even care? Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. So the paths cross, and he looks at me, and I just go, "What up, man? I don't know if you remember." And I start like trying to explain who I was. And he goes, "Quake, shut the fuck up." And he starts laughing. I was like, "Man, I'm sorry, man." We just like hugged it out. And he was like, "Man, I just want you to know, man, you're mad nice." And ever since that point, man, he been kind of looking out for me. Like during the King of the Dot battle, Pat Stay and Sharon, there was a press conference, and he shouted the new song and video I had out for no reason. Like,
okay.
Oh, nice.
He shouted it out. And so the story that ties into the Young Buck story is when Young Buck called me back to FaceTime the verse, I was in Atlanta, and I saw that Drake was performing in Atlanta. And I looked on Ticketmaster or whatever it is, and like the highest fucking seat was like $500, like in the last row.
Fuck.
So I'm like, man, I can't do that, man. I don't got that type of, I can't just do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll just message him, see what he says. So I message him. He's like, yeah, tell me your government name and how many you need. I was like, all right, yeah, Matthew Arab 4. And he's like, cool, got you, call this number. So I call the number, they're like, yep, you're good. So I go to the ticket window, and I'm like, shit, I wonder where the seats are at. I don't know, whatever. I'm not complaining. I'm in.
Yeah.
And so they give us the tickets, and then the security's kind of acting like a little different. They're like, you can't just go in yet. Like, meet me over here by this door. Like, we'll figure it out. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, just let me in. Like, you know? So, you know, we go in, and the girl's like, who are you guys? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Who? Like, I don't know what's going on. So they lead us all the way down, and it's like right at the side stage, and it's fucking his personal like VIP. So it's like Jermaine Dupri. It's like his father. It's like everyone he knows. And we're just sitting there watching. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. Like, yeah,
That's
wild.
So I'm like, damn, what a real guy. Like to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest in the world, and still look out for like a little guy, you know, like just from all these years, man. So I got nothing bad to say about him. Like it's all good because like, bro, anytime I write him, he answers me. If I got a question, he answers me. Even if I compliment him on a song or something, be like, yo, that verse was dope. I like how you rhymed this scheme with that scheme. Like that was dope. And, like he'll respond to it. So it's like, to me, like he can do no wrong in my books. And I know it's not the most popular thing to fucking be a Drake fan right now. But like, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit because I was talking with him through all that shit. Like, and he was responding. Like, I'm like giving him my opinion and he's considering that shit. And I'm like, he don't have to do that. Like, I'm a humble guy. I don't think I'm anything special. Just to have my opinion considered by someone who's pretty much like a Michael Jackson, let's be honest, like artist of the decade he won is like, that's mind blowing to me. And like, though the financial for me might not always match, to me, it's not about that shit. Cause it's like having people like Scarface and Drake and Buck and whoever. That's all I ever wanted as a kid. I just wanted to be a part of something. You know what I mean? And to me, it's a beautiful thing. Hip hop's a beautiful thing, man.
Man, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Shoot.
Who from the city do you feel like has helped you kind of get to where you need to be out of your circle? Like, I mean, you have a lot of people that you've done music with here in the city.
Yeah.
Who are those people that are
your
core?
I think Little's for sure. Little's for sure. He was like one of the first people that believed in me and made me realize like this can be real. And he taught me to dream big, to bring it back to what you were saying earlier. Yeah. Like he taught me really to dream big and that anything is possible and not to follow the wave, to ride, to make your own fucking wave. And he was really big in that. I think Ghetto Child taught me a lot of confidence. Like I used to be a really shy kid, you know, and I had this talent, but I didn't carry myself. The way I carried myself didn't match the talent I had. Like I would carry myself as if I didn't believe in myself and insecure. And I think Ghetto kind of put that back, like, bro, do you know who the fuck you know what you got? He kind of put that within me. Classified, bro. He, for years too, he was like watching him work and giving me advice, more so the business. Like he knew the business so well. Like he taught me about the business and even production. I'm getting into production now. Like he taught me about production and he taught me about making a concept of a song. Like it's like you could be a dope rapper, you could have the best bars, but like, can you make a song and what's the concept and how does it tie together? And that's a skill I think that is overlooked because like a lot of people, like anyone could spit a hot 16, but can you make a song? Like, and I think that's the approach people like 50 Cent took and stuff like that. It's like, I'm a songwriter. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? People like, I don't want to like diss anyone, but it's like someone in his own crew, Banks. Like Banks is more lyrical than 50. You know what I mean? But 50 is like one of the best songwriters. So I was trying to balance that, like be lyrical and also be a good songwriter. Try to find that middle ground. But yeah, there's many more. There's so many people I learned off in the city, man. Like Al Boogie, Miracle, KO. Shit, I was working a lot with KO, and he taught me a lot about like melodic and like vocal cadences and shit I wasn't doing. And he had that Caribbean flavor. When I'm working with him, I'm soaking that in. And I mean, it's countless. There's people. It spans beyond hip hop. Like people like Dylan Guthrow taught me about songwriting and Rhea May and so many people taught me about just different aspects, and I realized it spans beyond hip hop. Is music, and good music is good music. Whack music is whack music, and I realized there's no labels to be put on it. You know.
Oh, definitely.
Now you've been 15 years in the game. You said, right?
Yeah, I think more now.
I want to ask. I don't want to say what's the best because that can make it competition. So I want to ask, what's your most memorable studio session?
Most memorable studio session. Damn, you know what's crazy? The most memorable studio session I ever had, none of the records ever came out.
Oh, okay.
And it was like the most memorable. So when we used to go on trips and stuff, it used to be groups of us. I was always famous for staying a few extra days, like by myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So say we all went down to Atlanta one time. It was like Music Nova Scotia brought a bunch of Halifax artists to Atlanta. Yeah. So like say we're going back, the trip is like over October 4th. I'd book my return ticket like October 7th. And I don't know why I did that, but it was always just like, all right, let me like soak in the city by myself. Definitely.
Yes.
Let me see it. And in the back of your mind, like in case something happens, like you know, in case someone's like, yo, we fuck with you, like stay. So yeah, this one time in Atlanta, I'm there. I don't know anyone. I end up at this block party in Riverdale, like where Waka Flocka's from, with my boy Deontay Hitchcock. And there's a video I put on TikTok. It was like the first TikTok video that ever got mad views from me. And the DJ's like, Nova Scotia is here? He's like, because I told him, shout out Nova Scotia. He goes, Nova Scotia. He goes, what even is that? Are they here? Like, are you from there? And like, I won't even cap. I'm like, I'm the only non-black person at like a 300 person block party. Like, so he's just like, who the fuck is this guy? Pretty much. So yeah, we did that whole thing, and then long story short, my boy went down there from here, Danny, he went down there for a football game, Lebanese dude I know, and he bought weed from some guy in a parking lot. And the guy in the parking lot was like, yo, I fix computers, I got studios and whatever. So Danny's like, yo, you're in Atlanta, like, message this guy. So I message him, don't know him. I'm like, yo, my boy told me to message you. He's like, yeah, pull up right now. So I leave the block party. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I get an Uber. It's in Decatur. And I don't know if that, I think it's where Gucci's from. It's Decatur. So I go, show up, knock on the door. He goes, yeah, you Quake? Come on in. Like, we got you. And I'm just like, what is going on? I'm by myself, bro. I'm like, what is going on right now? So I get upstairs, bro. It's UGK studio. It's Corey Mo studio from UGK. All the UGK plaques are on the wall.
Oh, fuck.
Everything everywhere. And I'm like, oh, where the fuck am I? And I'm starting to sober up and shit. So I'm like, bro, I gotta go to the store. He's like, yeah, I'll take you. Takes me to the store, get a little pint. You can get it at the gas station. We come back. He's like, I got some producers coming in for you. And bro, I didn't know at the time, like, cook that shit up, Quay, Lil Baby's producer. Okay. The other dude, Matt Tastic, who did Pure Cocaine. Like, all these, like, producers who are somebody are coming in. And, like, and I'm like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. And there, everybody's strapped, bro. Everyone down south is strapped. Yeah. So they're coming in and they're putting guns on the table. I'm literally by myself. And I'm like, the guy that I'm here with, who I just met, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, are we good? He's like, oh, yeah. People just protect themselves around here. So then one producer gets on, loads up a beat. All right, go in and rap. I'm like, rap what? Like, I didn't even write. So anyway, I start going through my old verses. One producer posts something, I just start dumping. Next producer posts something up, I just start dumping. And, like, I'm a little buzzed up at the time. So, like, I'm like, oh, man, this kid's fucking crazy. I start, like, earning that respect, and it was none of those songs ever came out, but that was, like, the most memorable to me because it was, like, just such a, I didn't know what was gonna happen, like, and it was such a whim of the moment that shit taught me how to thrive under pressure. I think, you know. Yeah,
definitely. No, that's wild.
Yeah, that's quite the experience.
I'm listening to your stories right now. It's like, shit. Yeah. He's lived a life that a lot of artists have not.
Bro, I walk to the edge of the. That's the difference is I walk to the edge of the earth for it because, like, I think the key in life or anything is, like, going above and beyond. So, like, the story starts with everyone's going home October 4th. I'm staying till the 7th. Yeah. Like, that's step one. Yeah. And now I'm just pulling up anywhere, which is not the smartest probably, but, like, it's like I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm trying to get to the furthest I can go. Yeah. And I will give anything for it, you know?
No, definitely. Strive to win. Strive to succeed. That's right? Yeah.
Straight up.
That's crazy. I like that.
Talk about the importance of consistency within your releases and your music, because you've been going for a while. Like you said, you're constantly putting out the content. Like when I was going through today, just to kind of go through that back catalog, even just on the YouTube page of the video. Scrolling for days to go back, and there was a lot of gems that I forgot that you got. That you did. So, like, talk about how that consistency kind of has shaped your career, or how is important to you.
Yeah, I think it's the same as, like, let's just put it into something that the average person can understand. All right, if you go hard at the gym for 2 weeks, you ain't gonna get any results. No. If you go hard at the gym for 3 months, you might start to see a little bit, but then you fall off. You might go back to where you started, right? And I think the key is, like, if you don't stop, it only snowballs. It builds bigger, and I think patience is, like, the number one thing in this whole shit. Because, man, did I have to have some patience. Like, to still be doing it, I have to have some patience. Like, bro, like I'm not rich, like I make a living off this music, but it's times and plays where it's like I don't know what's coming next, and something needs to happen. Yeah. God got to give me a sign, like right, and it's like I think just my undying belief and consistency is everything. Like younger artists ask me advice all the time, like, "Yo, what should I do with this one song?" Or what do you think? And like that's cool, but it's like I don't want to teach you what's wrong with your song. I want to teach you what's wrong with your mentality, like you know. Because it's one little thing, it doesn't matter. But I think if you get in that mentality, then things start to happen over years. And I truly believe that it's never over until you quit. And I haven't quit yet. And now I'm starting to see in the back half of whatever that things are starting to happen for me. And still I'm struggling. Like I'm struggling. I look in the camera right now, like it's hard. You know what I mean? And but I just keep going. I'm fortunate enough to still be doing it. And I don't know, man. It's a long, as Nipsey Hussle says, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, you know? And there might be people that are white hot in this moment, or you had the hottest song or whatever. But I'm playing forever. I'm playing for catalog. I'm playing for, you know what I mean? And I own all my masters. I own all my publishing. So it's like, if it ever does pop off to that point and shit gets sync licensing or any of that shit, like I own all that shit. So it's a way to kind of, I don't know, a lot of people take the fast money. Like we'll give you this advance for your publishing, 50 grand. Now we own 50% of your publishing until you pay it back. I never took anything. I don't want anything. And it's slower that way. But in the long run, it's a bigger picture play. You know?
Definitely. I remember seeing an interview with 50 Cent saying the same fucking thing because he was going to sign Designer, right? Because Designer was hot. He had that one song. And then he asked Designer, what's your next song? He never had one. Didn't have one. So he's like, I can't sign you. Right, you got no future right now. You're just living off this one song.
We live off instant gratification these days, bro. Like, what likes do we got, or what? Everything's so instant, yo. Like, you want to hear a song, you just go to Spotify, put the song and it plays. Like, you want to see a TV show, you go to the TV show, play it. Like, yo, we used to have to, I remember waiting on the radio to hear a song and hitting record and be like, I gotta save this shit. Like, or your TV show's on and you fucking 15 minutes say, oh shit, I missed it. Like, right? Yeah, man. I think
pop the old VHS and the tape the shit.
Yeah, like I think the way the world is got us spoiled in a way.
Everything's instant now.
Definitely, man.
So
how has that changed how you've release music? Has it changed how you release music or anything like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing. When I started, I was only doing really albums, like, and now like the formula is like, yo, they told me like the algorithm on Spotify is like drop every 2 weeks, drop every. So now I've been trying to drop singles and this and that and keep up with everything and all this. You got to be a content creator now, like, you know what I mean, like. There was no content. When I heard B Real's voice on that Friday soundtrack, I couldn't go to his Instagram. We never had a computer. I had nothing. I don't even know if the internet was fucking, it might have just started. Like, we didn't have shit. So it was like, now everything is so instantaneous that I think our brains are like not as impressed or it has a shorter shelf life. It's like a cocaine hit. It's like, all right, you did that, cool. What's the next thing? And it's like, rather than like savoring the music and making something timeless. And I feel like technology is great because it allows people in other cities and countries to hear you, but it's also hinders because it's like it's become microwavable. You know?
I agree with that 1,000%. I was talking about that, how like back in the day, you bought a new album, you're listening to that for probably 6 months to a year. Now when you buy a new album, you're lucky if you're listening to it 2 weeks later.
Let's rewind. You're not even buying the album. You're streaming the album. Like
you're renting it.
And that's
you're renting the album.
And that's if you like it. If you don't like it, you ain't touching it again. If you do like it,
and I'm a culprit of this too. Like, bro, I will do that shit with my favorite artists in the world.
Yes,
like, it's like
yes,
Nas and Hit Boy is like, I'll listen to that shit for like a week, and it's like, bro, I remember listening to Stillmatic for like 2 years, like reading the inside credits, who produced this, like reading the booklet and shit.
I remember playing tapes or CDs so much that they didn't even work anymore.
Of course,
because they got worn.
Yeah,
bent up, turned over.
Bro, it's a different. And there's too much. Everybody's an artist. You guys seen T-Pain say, he goes, I think there's more artists than chairs in the world. There's more artists than chairs. I was like, man, that's a crazy take, but it's true.
It is. Like, you know how Spotify, when you play one, if you play a single, right, the next song was just something that they think you might like, right?
Yeah.
I swear, by the third song, it's all people I've never heard of. Because there's so many out there.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's good because you'll pick up on somebody that you've never heard of, which is dope. But it's like, yeah, the music doesn't breathe. You don't get to just absorb it and stay with it like you used to. I miss that, man.
Yeah, it does, because I don't know. The age we're in, everyone is told, all right, this is your album. People are dropping 4 albums a year and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, how are you doing that? And like, how have you lived? Like, to me, my albums are my experience of what I've been through in the past 6 months or a year.
Right.
So it's like, how am I supposed to do 4 albums? And I don't have enough to talk about. At that point, I'm just rhyming to rhyme. Like, and I don't like doing that. Like,
you want to tell a story.
I want to tell what I'm going through, like, to resonate with people, you know?
Yeah, times has changed.
It's changed, man.
Big time.
Hey.
So, not to make it controversial, because it's not about controversy, everyone be put on the same platform. Who would you say was your favorite person to feature or be featured with?
Freeway.
Freeway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely Freeway. Bro, Freeway blew my mind. I first heard Freeway, I think it was on the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Oh, that song.
And I didn't like him.
You didn't like 8 Miles and Running?
No, I didn't like Freeway because at first, as a kid, my brain was not, I didn't think in a way to where I could understand it. Because I was just learning the basic rhymes, like on the beat. And you know, Freeway is unorthodox.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he might rhyme something here, then he'll rhyme a couple other things, then he'll rhyme that thing over here.
Yeah.
Then the middle things he'll rhyme that over there. And like it took me a minute to like, I'm like, damn, he's rhyming everything. And the voice is unique. And the passion is unique. And I started from first hearing him, not liking him, like, this guy doesn't rhyme. To now I listen to him, he's one of my favorite rappers of all time. And he's family to me. Like he's one of the illest, and he's still going. And he's, bro, not only as a musician, because obviously the voice, the rhyme scheme, everything is one of one. Like, there's no other Freeway. So that goes without saying. But I've come to respect him even more as a fucking person, man, because of what he's been able to go through and still have a positive outlook. And I think I resonate with that a lot because, like, bro, this guy lost both of his kids in 1 year.
Shit.
Like, his son was murdered, his daughter died of cancer, and then he had a kidney transplant. Like, he almost died. Like, and then he's still positive, like still hustling, still going hard, like never complains. Never, like, you'll never hear him say no hater shit or no, like, well, man, I'm victim mentality. You know what I mean? Well, the world did this to me. A lot of people would give up. If I lost both my kids and almost died at a kidney transplant, like, fuck, I don't know if I can keep going.
No,
but
that's
like,
strong faith. That's a strong faith.
The strongness that he shows, the strength, that he shows is so inspiring. And it was a lot of times where, you know, certain things happen where your Pat dies or Boogie dies or Littles dies, and one thing after another. My boy Dickie, his mom, who was like a mom to all of us, Mrs. C, died. And it's like, it's easy to be like, man, like, I fuck the world, like I'm not supposed to be doing this. And it's like him him getting through all that and still going hard is like been more inspiring than any piece of music could ever be to me. And he's another one that looks out for me more than he's the closest industry rapper I have ever in this game to me as a friend.
Okay.
He's like, that's family to me, bro.
Nice.
And I'll give you one example. I don't even think I ever told this on a podcast, but I'll tell it right now just to show you what type of fucking guy he is, bro. So Locks and State Property is performing in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm in New York. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm coming. I'm like, Free, I'm coming, bro. He's like, all right, cool. Like, got you when you get here, whatever type of shit. And I'm waiting for the bus. Like, there's a bus that goes, I don't know what it is, like $40, whatever. It's a bus. The bus doesn't show up, bro. Doesn't come. Everyone's waiting in the line. I'm waiting for an hour. They're like, the bus ain't coming. So it's the showtime's coming up. I'm like, man, Uber's like $200.
Oh, fuck.
I'm American.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? I'm out here. It's already expensive enough to be out here. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm doing it. So I get in the Uber, me and my boy Joel. We get to the Uber. Freeway's calling me. I'm like 10 minutes away. He's like, bro, where you at? Like, we're in the line. Like, show's starting. I'm like, man, just hold on. 10 minutes. Like, I'm right there. So we get there. So we just catch him in time, right? We catch Freeway. He's like, all right, get in. We all going. He got probably like 20, 30 deep. Right? So I just joined at the end of the line, me and Joel. So everyone gets in, right?
Yeah.
And then me and Joel's the last people. The club owner puts that red rope.
Yeah.
We're done for the night. I said, Free. He goes, oh, no, they're with us. He goes, no, fire marshal said it's done. They can't get in. I go, Free. And it's like, I'm thinking of any other artist that has to go on stage. It's probably going to be like, man, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
He goes, what? He goes, okay, cool. He tells his 20, 30 people, like, all right, turn back. Every single person turns back. He goes back outside. He taps the bouncer or whatever. He goes, all right, cool, we're not doing the show. Yeah. Every single person gets in the SUVs.
Yeah.
Every one of them, we're done. We're not doing the show. So I'm just standing here like, I'm like, all right, what is going on? Did I fuck some shit up? Like, I don't know what is going on. 2 seconds later, the manager, he comes over with his fucking velour suit, like thinking he's the man. He goes, and all of a sudden, hey, man, we just want to apologize. Like, your friends can come in. He's like, all right, cool. That's more like it. There's 5 SUVs. They all fucking pull back out. Yeah. Everyone goes in. We go in. And now we're in the State Property green room. You know, I'm meeting. He's introducing me to Beanie Siegel, PD Crack, like all these people. I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then we're on the stage, like for the show, side stage. Like I'm watching it from the. And bro, like it's just like who the fuck else would do that for somebody?
No.
Like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like that guy is as real as they come, man. And I can't say enough good things about him. When Jada was here, we were all at Jada's show.
Yeah.
When Jada was here, I called this guy. I'm like, yo, man, I'm just trying to meet Jada. Like, could you do anything? And he knows his artist is signed to Jada, who was there, and he three-wayed him. Freeway was at dinner with Just Blaze.
Okay.
And he three-ways, he three-ways the artist, and he's like, yo, like, this is my guy, like, let them, you know what I mean, meet Kiss, and we got to meet Kiss and shit. It's like, bro, no one would fucking do that for anybody. No. All I got to say is, like, Freeway is the realest person I ever met in this business. Yeah. Period. Yeah.
Man.
Jay's really down to earth, too. Right, so
who's that?
Jada. I heard he's really down to earth.
Yeah, right, he's cool. Yeah, cool as fuck. No,
but to show that kind of love, that's super important.
It's amazing, bro. Yeah. It's like, and that's like one of my favorite rappers, bro. When I get drunk and shit, like, when I get buzzed up and I come back to the house like alone, like I'll be listening to like Freeway and Beanie Siegel and like, where are they rhyming shit? Like, I get on my nerd shit and I'm like, how are they rhyming this? Like. And that shit is responsible for a lot of the way I rap, because it teaches you different patterns, different. You know what I mean? The beat is here, but you could take a alternate route. Like say the kick and snare is the street lights, but you could take the detour sign as long as you get back to the street light. Right. They teach me that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a new segment that we introduced last week.
Won't be as long this time, though, yo.
Yeah, it won't be as long because we're not all doing it. This one's just for you.
All right,
so we have 10 questions here.
Yeah.
We're only going to ask you 5.
There's a 10-sided
No,
die.
it's a dice. It has 10 sides.
Oh, shit.
There's 10 questions, then they're numbered. So you're going to roll a dice,
Yeah.
and then whichever number you roll on, that's what we're going to ask.
So 5 questions, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, we're only going to do 5.
I'll do 5. Okay.
Yeah. So what
5.
you 5. What are your top 5 favorite drinks?
Top 5 favorite drinks.
It can be alcoholic, non-alcoholic.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that's tough. But top 5 favorite drinks. Okay. Let's do shit. I'll drink anything that gets me a buzz on, bro. I'm not complaining. Like, if I show up and it's like whatever you got, like I'm drinking it. Like I don't drink for the taste, but if I am gonna get like a mixed cocktail, sometimes I'll do a what are they called? What are they called? Moscow Mule.
Okay.
I'll fuck with that sometimes. If I'm hungover and I'm going out to eat and being a slob somewhere like at East Side Mario's, like give me all you can eat bread and pasta. Coors Light is my hangover drink.
Okay.
So it's like do 2 or 3 of them, eat a good meal, and then you can go back to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To drink straight, I like Douce probably.
Yeah, I love Douce.
Douce is smooth, like
And it is so good.
I love that. Shit. What else? If I'm in the studio and I don't want to get too drunk and I just want to do like seltzer, the classic I go to is like either White Claw or Blue Lobster.
Okay.
I'll drink those because like you don't want to get too drunk while you're recording, but you want a little buzz on. How many is that?
That's 4.
That's 4.
Yeah, one more.
One last drink. Okay. The last drink I'm going to pick for my top 5 is... Damn. That's tough, man. Maybe I'll do a shot. Jameson. Favorite thing to shoot.
It is your favorite thing to shoot?
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Yeah. I also like Casa de Amigos. Tequila is an honorable mention.
Okay.
All right.
Get you to roll again.
Roll again?
Yeah.
8.
Oh, this is the one.
Just the baddies?
No. This is just laughing at someone's answer last episode.
What was the answer last episode?
Well, the question's top 5 favorite actors.
Actors or actresses.
And someone said Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah for top 5?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not a big movie and TV guy. Like I'm more so series than movies. Like people will bug out. There's like a lot of classic movies that like, do you remember this? I'm like, no. Like I don't really. To me, I work and I don't watch a lot of TV and a lot of movies. I may be able to give you like a top 3. My number 1 for sure is James Gandolfini from The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like number 1. Number 2, that I don't know. Like I don't even think I can list it. Like number 2, who else is very, 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 very dope? Bryan Cranston, I think, is dope.
Oh yeah.
From Breaking Bad. He's ill because for the simple fact that he did Malcolm in the Middle. That's how I knew him our whole lives.
Yeah.
And then he was able to show his depth by doing Breaking Bad. It was like it wasn't comedy anymore. Like
I first seen him on Seinfeld. He played the
dentist.
Yeah.
He switched to Judaism just for the joke.
Yeah.
What was his name on Seinfeld?
I forget.
I forget his name.
I forget.
Remember he invited Elaine to the Super Bowl because he thought she was going to sleep with him and stuff like that. Yeah, he's dope. Denzel's fucking ill. Who else can we say? Damn, I feel like you got to have a comedy person in there somewhere. It can't all be drama. One of my favorite movies of all time is Life. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence. So I'll say Eddie Murphy. Bro, we watched that shit. I watched that shit over and over. Then,
I watch that to this day,
bro. I think I got OCD or something because I'll watch the same thing over and over and over and over.
Bernie Mac and that is crazy too.
Yeah, jingling. Yeah. I don't know about as an actor, but just as an overall person, if we're gonna stick on comedy, I think Larry David. Like I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, that's an actor.
I love that he wrote Seinfeld. He's not really. I guess he is an actor, but like he's not really like.
Remember, he was in one episode of Seinfeld as
the man with the cape.
Yeah, George Costanza's dad. What's his dad's name? His lawyer. Yeah. I forget his.
Yeah. What's his name? George's dad.
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank Costanza. It was wearing the cape.
What else did I see that really? Man, honestly, I'm a big Sopranos guy. Like, to me, the top 5 could be just in that show.
You did name 5.
Did I?
Yep.
Okay, I'll say honorable mention Michael Imperioli, who played Christopher.
Okay.
The Sopranos. Yeah.
Okay. That was 2 that we knocked down.
Yep. Roll again.
All right.
2.
Are you in the comic books at all? Do you know any of that stuff?
Okay, then go down to that one.
Then let's the replacement in is a versus question then.
Yep.
Which one do you want to ask? I'll let you choose.
Yeah, come on.
No, not all 4.
Hit me all 4. I'm ready.
50 Cent versus Rick Ross.
There you go.
50 Cent.
Okay. MJ versus Prince.
Michael Jackson versus Prince.
Yeah.
I'll go Michael just because, like, the first song I ever learned to play on the keyboard was "Beat It." My mom bought me this bum ass little keyboard one year for Christmas, and it had stickers that said like A, B, D, C, and it showed you how to play "Beat It" by the stickers.
Okay.
So I know Prince is an incredible musician, but I think that Michael was more in my life as a kid, like, than Prince.
Right. Same for me.
Yeah.
Nas versus Jay.
Nas is my favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah, I already knew that.
Oh yeah, you knew that.
I already knew that. And the other one was Drake versus Kendrick.
Drake.
Yeah, I knew that one too. All right, time to roll again.
Okay.
6.
6?
Yeah. No.
See?
9. There it is.
Oh, that's the top 5 baddies /
top 5
hotties.
baddies. So I'll tell you, like I told you off camera, like, I'm not really like a celebrity person. Like, to me, in a woman, like, I like the women that are kind of more in the cut, like less on Front Street, the girl next door type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the girl that's bad but doesn't have to show you with 1,000 selfies she's bad or be in every fucking. Yeah. So, like, to me, like, that I never was like, I never fucking did that where I'm like, I like these top 5 celebrities who's on every fucking post showing you everything. And, like, to me, I didn't do that. My first love was Alicia Keys. Like, I fucking loved her. Like, and that was like before she even. I think there was a time where Alicia Keys, people didn't really know she was bad. Like, there was like, she just came in with the music. She just came in with the music and the brains, and like, I love that type of shit. Like, I don't like.
Yeah, first time I seen the Falling video.
Yeah. I don't like the fake, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's gotten out of control these days, so I don't really like that. But I guess Alicia Keys and shit, whatever 4 other girls in my neighborhood that was around.
Dope.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Okay. One more roll.
Okay.
3.
Oh, top 5 favorite cartoons growing up.
Top 5 favorite cartoons growing up. Damn. Okay, well, Bugs Bunny has to be number 1. We got this old video footage of me spazzing out because my mom was filming for some reason, and my dad changed the channel on Bugs Bunny to go to Sports Desk, and I'm fucking losing it. Like, I'm like 3 or 4 years old, losing my mind.
Oh, yeah,
so that's
playing that shit on.
Yeah, that's a core. That's a core memory for me. So we'll say Bugs Bunny. We'll say The Simpsons, and as I got older, Family Guy, I used to watch that shit every. I don't even know where to get that anymore.
Disney Plus. I still watch Family Guy.
Disney Plus.
Yeah,
because it was on Netflix forever, and then they took it. Yeah,
after like Disney bought Fox, they got all the stuff's over there now.
Everything.
Yeah. Shit, I was watching it today.
I gotta subscribe to Disney Plus because I miss it in my life.
I got a Family Guy thing right.
Yeah, right there. Amazing show. Yeah. Amazing show. Cartoon. I'm trying to think what other cartoons there are. Damn, that's the top 3. I don't know if there was another cartoon that really resonated that heavy with me. The Roadrunner versus
Wile E. Coyote.
That's Bugs Bunny.
That's still Looney Tunes.
Yeah, that was on.
Yeah. Damn, I don't even know if I have any other than that. Like, I fuck with. I was into F is for Family. Bill Burr's one for a minute.
Oh,
I don't know if that's like on an all-time list, but I'm running out of cartoons today. Yeah.
All right. We won't put you on the spot like that. I mean,
I don't know. Is there another name some cartoon? Like, what's another cartoon?
One I used to watch the Batman. There was a Batman one.
Yeah. Darkwing Duck.
I'm just about to say that.
That's in there.
I was just about to say that. DuckTales.
Darkwing Duck was hard.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
like the Duck version of Batman.
Oh, damn. There's way more cartoons. Recess.
Yeah.
I killed Recess. The Weekenders I killed growing up too.
I actually introduced the Recess to my youngest.
Oh yeah,
he watched the whole fucking thing like 20 times now.
TJ Deadweiler's a bad man.
Did you guys ever see Duckman?
Yeah,
Duckman.
That cartoon.
Yeah. Oh,
that was a
raunchy cartoon, but that was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
It was the Jason Alexander, George Costanza.
Oh really?
He was the one that did the voice of Duckman.
Yeah.
Oh no way.
And it was just like. It was like Peter Griffin.
He was doing the most.
Like almost like Peter Griffin would be, right? Like that. No holds barred.
I gotta see that because I fuck with George. He might be like one of my favorite characters.
Oh,
George Costanza.
Yeah.
Might be one of the best characters like ever.
Yeah, he's
that's probably why you like Larry Davis so much because that's the real
Based
life one, right?
Yeah.
I like. Yeah, George is crazy. That Seinfeld's one of my favorite shows, man.
That's tough.
I still watch that. It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Seinfeld is amazing, bro. Okay. I gotta ask you guys this because so obviously there was that whole Kramer thing. How did that make you feel? Did it make the show where you're like, fuck, I can't fuck with this show anymore? When that happened,
not with me. Well, for me,
that was crazy.
Didn't.
Like,
it made me look at him.
What even happened? Like,
it made me look at him differently. But like, you gotta like. He was just an actor, right?
On the show.
Mm-hmm. The show wasn't written by someone that's like that and whatever. It made me disappointed in him.
And then did you see that they did it on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes, I did,
They did after to like not make up for it, but it kind of was like, you see that?
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
What's his name? What's that actor's name?
Leon, JB Smooth.
Yeah, JB Smooth, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
So they did, I don't know if I could like put it into words because like, they did they did in Curb Your Enthusiasm where they're doing a Seinfeld reunion, but on the show.
Yeah, I remember
so like
that.
The show is about they're filming a Seinfeld reunion, and Kramer got Groat's disease, and he's basically trusting JB Smoove to give him advice on his Groat's disease, but he's pretending to be someone he's not. Like, so, because the guy that's supposed to give him this advice died of the disease. And Jerry's trying to be like, yo, like, the guy who had this disease, he's still good. Like, he's alive, you know. And he found out the lie, and then he catches him in, like, the back alley. And he's like, Kramer comes at him. He's like, you piece of shit. You lied to me. And then people start pulling out their phones. Kramer's yelling at the black guy. Oh. And then basically he starts realizing what's happening. He's like, no, that was a mistake. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Like they made like,
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
A callback to
a callback to it to where, I was
not to just overlook it, but to kind of play on it a little bit.
I thought that was even risky. I'm like,
oh, it was definitely a risky move.
That's risky to, but. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, that's a show I got to rewatch because it's something I binge. And sometimes when you binge, too much of it gets like blurred and you miss stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I used to fall asleep every night to that show. Seinfeld. Like every night when I go to sleep, I had my phone like pair of socks, holding up the phone inside of it.
Oh yeah.
And like, yeah.
So much material with that show, right? Like, remember the one about the girl who looks different depending on the lighting?
Oh
Yeah.
So I never watched the shit, so I gotta start watching.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
You gotta watch
I
that.
watched a couple episodes, but that whole Kramer thing did throw me off of the show.
Yeah,
a little bit,
I
right?
could see why. You'd be like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Because when I did watch the show, I watched it for him.
Yeah.
I mean, him and George. George is fucking hilarious, right? But I watched it more for Kramer.
Yeah.
I like when he always came in the door all fucked up.
Yeah.
Right?
And then that shit threw you off, which is understandable, right? Like,
but now I'm like, you know what? It's over with. I can go back. I can probably watch the shit.
Go back and look up the Festivus episode.
The Festivus for the rest of us.
crazy. Yo, how funny is Kruger, bro?
He's so checked out.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, that show is hilarious, bro. I think that's one of the only shows in life that's like every day something happens, and I could remind myself of like something happens to me. I'm like, damn, that was an episode.
Yeah.
Like every day. I'm like, I could tie it back to something.
Yeah.
So
And I
relatable.
think that's what great writing is about. Like Larry David was able to put in words what everyone thinks about every day, but can't put in words. He was able to find that somehow.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, and he even continued on the Larry David show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
It's a lot of it. A lot of it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
just shit that happens.
Yeah.
You all can relate to. Now, since we talked about it off mic, we ain't gonna make you roll for it. But you want to talk both top 5 dead or alive? You want us all to get in on this,
Sure.
or do you want?
I
okay.
would love to. Let's start with
us off.
Start with Ryan. Oh, you want to start with Ryan?
Oh, he pointing at me.
Okay, I
You
can
gotta
start
go.
I can start us off.
rotation,
I can start
you
us
know
off.
what
All right, so Tupac.
Hold
Definitely number
on. Let's clarify. Because we're doing our personal top 5.
Yes, personal.
Like if you're on a desert island, the 5 people you can listen to for the rest of your life don't matter who you think is the best or who is the most technically skilled.
Right.
Just your favorite.
Your favorite.
Okay.
Your personal.
You know what? I think I got to edit the list because I think we should have there should be 2 different categories, like top most technically skilled lyrical type and top favorite. But we'll go with
don't edit the list. Leave the list out.
but we'll go with
Multiple ways you can go with it, so I understand what you're
I
saying.
just think say your favorite. It don't matter.
Yeah,
Just your favorite.
top 5 favorite.
Tupac,
Mhm.
Nipsey Hussle, DMX. That's 3 right there.
This is a
I
test.
said it last time. I got stumped
I know.
last
This-
time.
we
And I'm
did
probably
this
gonna
last-
say I'm
last
probably gonna
episode.
say something different than last time, but I know those top 3 are in there.
No, but you can always change it. You know what I mean? Because it could
Oh,
change
Big L?
week by week. Yeah, you can say Big L.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
Big L. Oh, you really trying to remember your last list?
Yeah.
Pun.
And pun?
Pun.
You didn't say
Pun.
pun last
No,
list.
Pun wasn't on my list last time, but Pun doesn't get the credit that he
Yeah,
deserves.
he's a beast.
Yeah.
You ever see that show where it's on YouTube and it's just a white kid and like his father's like 60 and you could tell his father's like a musician but not versed in hip hop, but he's like a musician, and his son, you could tell his son's like 19 or whatever, and he's showing his father the music that he grew up on and whatever, and he's showing. So it's kind of cool because they're playing it in real time. It's a YouTube channel, but you're seeing this father react to hearing records for the first time, such as like "Dear Mama" or shit you know off the back of your hand.
I think I know
So
which
where
one you're talking
imagine
about.
seeing somebody hear that for the first time,
Yeah.
who is musical too,
Right.
the
Yeah,
father,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he know, like, he's not an idiot, like he's picking up on cadences and
Right.
So bro, it's real cool. I forget what they're called, but
Is it? And they're both like sitting side by side.
Yes.
The father got glasses.
The father,
and I think
yes.
they show a picture of the album down there. And
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did see
bro,
that.
It's,
I
that
saw
shit
when-
gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, I seen
because
when they introduced
Dear Mama
Nas.
they played, bro, he fucking cried. The father cried.
Oh man,
Straight up.
I didn't see that one. I seen when he did a couple Nas tracks.
Yeah,
and he was
the
blown
father
away.
always picks up on it. He's always, because they read the lyrics, and
Mm-hmm.
the father's always like, I do the Nas ones a lot too because Nas is my favorite, and I'm like, I wonder what it was like for someone to hear this for the first time, and you can see it. Like, it's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Yeah. I just remembered you just made me remember how good Nas is with that
Oh, bro.
Book of Rhymes.
That guy, like, you can
It's one of my
close.
favorite
That's why I
joints.
love him, because you can close your eyes and see the story.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of people, they're not as good at painting the picture. Like, you could say some slick shit, cool, it sounds good, but like Nas will be like, size 12 Timberland, something spinning on the ceiling fan, lipstick marks on 3 empty Corona. Like, you feel like you're there.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I liked about him.
You know, you just gave me an idea. You should say your list, but tell me why that person that your name is on your list. Give a little.
True.
So
Are
let's
you
hear
trying to
your
put
list
me on
again.
the spot right now? Okay, we're going to do that.
You can't even remember his list. You gonna do that?
So I know I got it. He trying to play games, but it's going funny because he going next, and he going to have to do all this too, right? So Tupac's my favorite artist. I don't think there's really an artist. Yeah, it goes what I'm saying. Really, there's not an artist I don't think that can, as the same caliber, same catalog, anything like that. When you really look at his list and you really pull up the lyrics,
I think the passion too, like the voice, like sometimes I would bug out and be like, how is this voice coming out of a human being? Like, that used to trip me out. Like, how do you even sound like that? Like,
in the work ethic alone. You remember the last part of his career, all that was done in 6-7 months.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot
I
of
was writing songs on taking a shit and stuff.
Fashion show. He was doing it.
Did you hear what he told? Like, it was a Dog Pound when he went in the studio and they was working on the song and stuff. And he was like, "You guys still on the same song? What are we doing here? We come on now." And we showing them, you knock it out and we go and doing another one. You guys,
But not everyone is that. Like, not everyone is that well, is that blessed with words and poetry and shit. Is like, bro, like,
I know.
Like, I know myself. I gotta think about what I'm gonna say. Like,
oh yeah,
but it's like certain people have extensive vocabularies and they can articulate themselves very quickly. Like, it's easier said than done. Like,
he was crazy with it, man.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man. I don't know how he did it.
But that's when you get a special person that comes along once in a lifetime, you know.
Well, you got to look at it, and even his lifestyle. His punishment was to go read. Go read. Yeah. Go read this book. Not even that book. It was the the Wall Street Journal or something like that. New York Times, things like that. That was his punishment if he got in trouble with his family. You know what I mean? Look at the structure of his family where he comes from.
Let me ask you guys this. This is going to be a crazy take, and I might get crucified. You might take this clip, and this shit might go viral or something. All right. But there's a comparison I've been thinking about in my head, not musically, not nothing, but you seen that video in Tupac when he was 17, and he's kind of soft, effeminate, whatever he's saying about liking the girls and calling them the B word. And we can play this clip here if you want. And then it shows what he turns into, right? And he went to ballet school and art school, and he was an artist, and right? And these same things that we love and revere about this person, they're crucifying Drake for it now. So you ain't really about it, and you were soft, you were on a TV show, and then you developed into this artist who now spitting hard bars and whatever. Not saying they're similar artists or anything similar about them, but just that aspect of it, to where I think there's some sort of parallel there. Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
I think the biggest difference between that, where the parallel kind of divides, is that Tupac had to leave all that and go back with his mother, who was on drugs. He had to take care of the family and go back into the jungle of Marin City, where he says, "I watched someone die on my first day being there." You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Tupac says it himself. I never had a criminal record until I had a record deal. You know what I mean? They turned him into that. This is what they wanted from him.
When he did that role in the movie, I think it kind of got to his head. Not got to his head, but you got to remember that guy was what, 24, 25 when he died.
When he died,
bro, imagine all the stupid shit we were doing at 24, 25, or even how you thought. Right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah. It's just so funny because a lot of people come up and say Tupac was playing himself. He wasn't playing the character; he was playing himself in that movie.
He was showcasing elements of his personality. Yeah, that's something that actors do. They all have that in them.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether they keep it closed off or whatever, they all have that in them. And the other thing
I agree.
that people forget about with Tupac is that when he had the chance to go with Digital Underground, you know what his words was when they said, we didn't want to offer you just to like to carry our luggage and stuff, but that's all we got. He said, I might be dead by the time you guys get back. Because his plan was to go be the new Black Panther leader.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that trajectory could have been so much different.
Yeah.
It's once in a lifetime
Right?
person, man. Like,
Exactly. And then my other person on my list, Nipsey, is because I never had that same feeling that I had listening to anybody else other than Tupac, except for when I heard Nipsey. I heard the content he was talking about.
Right.
Right? The things that he was out there preaching, the things that he was doing behind the scenes. It was his character.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, and I was on Nipsey like way back. I was trying to introduce everybody.
Anyone heard of him? Right?
Way before. You know what I mean? Way before Victory Lap, all that kind of stuff. We're talking about Blue Laces and stuff like that. Way back, right?
Yeah.
I was showing everybody who Nipsey was. So that's just that content piece and that feeling that I got listening to that music. DMX, that goes without saying. You know what I mean? He could take you from the darkest of the dark to do God's walking beside him.
Yeah.
you ever see that clip where it's Jay-Z talking about having to go after DMX on the
Hard Knock Life
said it too.
backstage or whatever,
Yeah.
the Hard Knock Life, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he's like, you see that clip?
Yep.
Where he's like, first, I forget, he comes in with the intro shit, everyone wilding out, and he's like, now he takes his shirt off, now all the bitches love him, and now he's saying a prayer, now everybody's crying, like he's bringing you on a emotional roller coaster, and then Jay-Z's like, how am I supposed to, like, someone so animated, how am I supposed to follow that?
You can't really.
DMX was a rock star.
Yeah.
You watch him perform at Woodstock and stuff like that, and just see how the crowd was
You see
rocking with him and how he was rocking with the crowd.
There were a million people there. Everyone on earth was in that video. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. And then Big L. He did the alphabet.
Yeah. Cut
I
short.
was blown away. Cut short.
Cut
So much
short.
potential that was cut short,
Only
right?
2 albums. One after he died. Like could have had.
Yeah.
Who knows where he could have went?
Yeah. It amazes me, and I'll probably get fried for this, that he's not in the same conversation as Biggie. When you look at the catalog, it's the same.
Right.
Right? When you really look at the catalog of how much music was released by both of them, it's pretty much the same, other than what Puffy released after he was dead.
Yeah.
I think Biggie was more well produced, and I think, like, speaking frankly, I think the songs were. We go back to the songs. I think the songs were better.
Yeah.
Rather than just being able to, like, rap your ass off.
Yeah.
I
that
think
production.
the songs was better, the production, and I think, like, just it was more a more refined product.
Yeah.
I think, than a raw talent, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
And I mean,
absolutely.
And the beef at the time helped a lot too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Absolutely.
You know.
And then Big Pun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Lyrical delivery, the movement that he was pushing.
Amazing.
Like,
Amazing.
it just goes without saying. Like, look what he was doing over here.
Amazing.
And another one that his life was
Cut too short. Right?
Yeah.
gone too early, right?
Yup.
That's my 5. So what's your 5, cousin? Let's hear some examples and explanations.
Let's go.
cuz.
I know. I was supposed to be thinking about them, but I was so caught up in what you were saying. I'm going to go 1 DMX. That's because it's like everything you said. Plus, he's, how can I put it? He's someone that makes you feel. You know what I mean? When he says something, you're feeling more than just the music. Like, friggin' Party Up. He commands you. You want to jam. He does a prayer. Oh, you're feeling the emotions of the song rather than just the song.
Yeah.
Think about the first introduction to the world. We came up out of the mud in Mace's video.
Yeah.
24 Hours to Live, right? That was a big introduction.
Yeah,
and
like,
then it was
yeah,
1,
like-
2, 3, 4 with Method Man and Redman. And,
Came
hello?
up out the mud. That's like a metaphor.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like I did a project on him in high school. I did the Convo, the song from his first album where he's talking to God. I put that as an English project. So yeah, he's always going to be on my list.
What grade you get?
It was in summer school, so
So you're already behind.
I passed.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. My second, Method Man.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a fan of Wu, as everyone knows. And Meth is everyone loved him when Wu first came out because he had that charisma, he had that flow, and he just kept going up. He's gotten like lyrically now he's insane.
Yeah.
Like he just keeps evolving, which is dope. Which is why I'm surprised he's not in more talks when I feel that when Pac and Biggie, that era, when he was there, I felt he was a peer.
Bro, here's a hot take, but I still feel this to this day. I feel like on the what, I feel like he got the better of Biggie.
He did.
Yeah.
On the what.
Yes.
And I feel like he got Biggie.
That's why I don't
up.
know why like people always, I don't know, maybe it's because like Biggie passed, so people see his potential rather than what happened, but Meth just kept going.
Mm-hmm.
When someone passes early, bro, I find it's hard they get like, not to say anything, but they get an extra, there's something extra there.
Because you see
what I mean?
because you start to feel like you're rating them on what they could have done based off what they did.
Facts.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? They weren't around to see any whack
Yeah.
downfall.
The decline.
Yeah, because
You
like
go
Meth
out
put
on
out
top.
Meth put out a couple of albums that weren't the best, right? So that's why you'd be like, you know, what about that? But when you go out on top, then what's to take you
And
down?
everyone goes down. Like,
Everyone.
you see Eminem, there was like, there's a lot of like years where people were like, the last album I thought was like dope. Like for what he's doing is like finally like back in the right direction.
I like the one before that. I like Kamikaze a lot.
Oh yeah,
I was a real big. Sorry, that was two away. Music to be Murdered by.
yes.
I was like, man, this is dope. But I'm sorry, where
But
was
I think the thing is that if you stay
DMX,
if you stay long enough,
you're gonna
and you're on top, the only place to go is down.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, man.
So it's like
True.
people that went out on top. Speaking of George Costanza, remember that episode? He
Yeah,
was
when
going
he
out
used to
on
just
top.
leave.
Yeah, just leave on a
just
high
leave
note.
on a high
And I
note,
was
yeah.
like, everyone thinks I'm the man.
He made
Like,
people laugh. He'd like, all
he's
right,
like,
I'm out.
I'm done. Yeah,
Yeah, just walk out.
there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, it's true because then people are like, man, he's amazing. I want to hear more.
Yeah,
And if you don't give him more, you can't give him anything
You
worse,
can't
right?
fail. Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yep.
Where was number 3? Somebody I feel that people don't name enough, and that's Busta Rhymes. Like, dude, from speed rapping to normal cadence rapping to even the voice and the energy. Like, dude, when he was coming out, he was like a cartoon made
Yes,
life.
a superhero.
Yeah, he's like, he just made you feel like you can't listen to Busta Rhymes unless he's talking about something serious. You can't listen to Busta Rhymes and not feel energy in you. He's just wow, man. Kendrick, I put Kendrick on there.
He
Just
floated in. Was that not on
I know he was number 6 last time. Yep, I changed it around. And you know what? I forget what my top 5 was, so I forget who I'm leaving. Oh, I know who I'm. Oh shit! Now, what will my next 2 be? Fuck! Why'd I have to put Kendrick in? I messed up my list. Anyways,
It's your list, man. Take them
I know.
I don't know
No.
why you said 2? You only got 1 left.
Yes, but remember, I had to take one to put Kendrick in.
Yeah.
So now
Who'd you take out?
I don't know yet. That's why I'm like arguing with myself in my head with. But Kendrick, lyrically, he relatable to me. Mm-hmm. His music just hits me differently. Like he talks about stuff that I've been through and shit like that, and he's able to he's excellent storyteller and just amazing artist. Shoot. Can I?
It's your fault.
I know.
Now I gotta do a bonus. Now I gotta do
It's your
bonus.
fault.
I know. It's between. It's Luda and Tech 9.
Oh wow!
I know, and I don't know who.
You like the animated guys.
Yeah,
You like the animated guys.
man.
Yeah,
Remember
true.
when
Yeah,
I-
Luda, Busta,
Here's a question for you, because it's something I think about the animated guys. And to me, I'm undecided because like someone who's that animated, they don't really give you a lot about their life. Like, let's be honest.
No.
Like Ludacris, you don't know nothing really about him. Like Busta, you don't know nothing really about him. Tech Nine,
but Tech Nine does.
Their delivery is insane, and same like I love Redman.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they never go that deep into like what they're going through or their life. To where, as an example of like, say Jay-Z, like his mother is Gloria Carter, his father's name is Atlas Reeves. He grew up in Marcy Projects. He shot his brother. Eminem, his mom's name is Debbie. His daughter's name is Haley. Like these people, like there's a common denominator. What people put in the top 5 is like, you know about their life because you relate to it and you almost live through it or whatever the case may be. But then there's these other section where it's the Busta Rhymes, the Ludacris, the Redman, people like that, where they don't give you much about their life. It's just that their natural talent is so good that it puts them in that space. So I try to debate with myself all the time is like, do I give everything or do I just be talented? And it's like, because when you're telling the story about your life, there's only so much you could say until you live more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that shelf cut short, and is the people that are just rhyming dope longer? And to me, that's like the debate I have in my head. But is it going to leave as much of an impact if you're not telling your story?
You know what? You just helped me pick who I'm going to have 5, and it's because he does both, and that's Tech Nine. Like, because remember I told you off mic how I stepped away from the game for a while and what was going on. Through that whole period, Tech Nine was basically all I listened to. Like, and he puts out a lot of albums.
Yeah,
and he can rap fast.
Yes,
he got the energy and stuff. But if you listen to all his stuff, he does go personal. There's one song where he has his kids on it. It's called The Rain. Sorry, he's talking about how he's always on the road. He misses them and stuff. And then he has a phone call. His kids actually rap on it, and they're good. It's crazy. He opens up about his depression. He opens up about how it is being a black man. Where his lupus. His mother had lupus and was suffering and stuff. So he does have a lot of. I think he does both of what you were talking about.
Both.
He got the energy and stuff, and then there will be a lot of songs on there. He even had some dark songs. Like he had a song called KOD, King of Darkness, and there's a song called like Demons, and he gets dark. It's just fighting his inner demons. Yeah. What was one of the lines? He's saying people think horny is evil because it's called horny because of having horns, which is associated.
That's hard.
He
said that.
Yeah. And I was like, he Tech Nine got a lot of deep stuff. So
horny. I never even thought about that. That's crazy.
Yeah. The devil's horns, horny.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I must be the devil every time.
Said sucky now.
So
yeah. Sorry, Luda, but Tech got it.
It's whatever. It's your list, bro. It's your list.
It'll change tomorrow.
What are we doing?
All right.
It will definitely change tomorrow. I got Kiss at 5. Hands down. Word scheme.
Top 5 Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
This is off one LP.
Exactly. The way he can control the crowd. We've seen it. We witnessed it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Last week. What was last week? Yeah, last week. You know what I mean? Can't really say much about
Best
it.
voice.
Best voice. You know what I mean? When you can go up there with your crew and destroy a whole fucking other crew by yourself without your crew helping you.
Yeah.
Let me talk.
Yeah.
It just goes to show, right?
Andy B. Fab on it too.
Yeah, Andy B. Fab on it.
He's
too,
the champion.
Right?
He's the versus champion.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So hands down, right then and there. 4, 3, and 2. They're my energy guys. They're the guys that can get me up fucking dancing and shit. And that's Red, Meth, and Busta. I mean, those are just my energy guys. Just, again, the wordplay, how they can rhyme words you ain't never heard of, but you heard of them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all can understand that, but it's words you ain't never heard of, but you heard of them. Like, if you were within their boroughs, then you heard of them before. So, and they're rhyming them, right? And my number one will always be Uncle Snoop. So, and that goes hands down.
I think he might be the most famous rapper on the planet.
He is.
On the planet.
He's definitely the most recognizable.
On the planet.
Yeah. Easily.
Like, has
easily,
to be.
right? Yeah, easily, right? And know what I mean? And I don't go because of he got that fame of nowadays. I was with him since his first album. I mean, when he first came out, I was like, yeah, this is my shit. This resonates with me. You know what I mean? Gin and Juice, Doggy Style, all that shit. It just all resonated with me. Him introducing Dog Pound to me, fucking Lady of Rage is like, this is me. Yeah. This is me on a platter. Like, serve me up. Here I am. Right? So that's my top 5. Right? Honorable mention Ludacris as well. That's and only because he got me some pussy one night. So
can we tell that story?
Yeah, you got a story there.
Nothing big.
Can we tell that story?
I was single at the time, so that way my wife ain't gonna fucking come back at me for this shit.
No, right? But you lived a life. She didn't.
You know what I mean? She didn't even know me at the time, so it was all good, right? So I was working at the Ale Host at the time, so I missed the concert, right? So the after party was down. What was it called? Elephant Club.
Yeah, I remember.
I think it was the Elephant
Club.
Yeah. The Elephant Club.
Yeah.
So
Elephant and Castle.
Yeah,
that's
Castle.
what it was.
Yeah.
So we went down there for the after party. I'm dressed out in all white, right? Had the Kobe Bryant white jersey on and all that there shit. So my cousin's like, yo, I think I can get us in VIP. I'm like, well, cool, you can get us in VIP. You can get us in VIP, right?
Yeah.
So we're sitting in line up waiting for that there. The bouncer looks at me and points at me. I'm like, automatically, fuck, 'cause I'm always kicked out of places. Fighting, right? Always kicked out of the place. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting ready to get kicked out. He's like, come here. I'm like, yeah. He said, yeah, go on up. I'm like, what about my cousin? No, just you. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? I'm getting set up for something. So I go up there and I'm chilling, looking down the crowd. I'm like, cool, whatever, right? Next thing you know, 20 minutes, half hour pass. You see the crowd going crazy at the door. Luda's coming through the door. I'm like, cool. He comes up VIP, looks at me. I look at him. He's like, I was like, how the fuck you get up here? It's like, I think they thought I was part of your entourage, bro. Be honest with you, right? You know what I mean? So we're chopping it up, right? Same as you. I'm not trying to press anything on him or nothing like that. We're just chopping this shit up, right? Girls are bugging us. He's like, man, let me go over here and take care of this. I say, yeah, cool, because I got these two taking care of me right now. So let's.
Yeah.
Later on was history, you know.
Chicken and beer.
He's like, me talk afterwards. He's like, yo, you gonna come down to the hotel? I'm like, I don't think I gotta come to your hotel, bro. I'm good.
You good? Yeah. You might want to come to mine.
Exactly. Right. So
that's dope.
So that's what I mean. So, but Luda's rhyme scheme is fucking mad too, right? So
the pockets he hits is crazy.
Yeah,
the what do you call it? Animation. Like
the animated fucking actions that like in everything,
crazy.
Everything, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think he's working on a new album too right now.
I would love to hear that shit, man. I think that shit is missing from the game too because like everything right now is really like chill. Yeah. And then I came into like everything is it's like the opposite of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But like we're missing the. You know, I mean, we're missing that Luda.
Yeah.
Building the back. We're missing that.
Missing that energy.
Yeah.
And with the growth of Method Man, bro, his acting skills are fucking phenomenal right now.
Yeah, amazing. Right? So, amazing.
Yeah.
And he, bro, like you could tell he's just taking life serious overall. Like, the guy's like in crazy shape. Like you could tell, like he's just taking his life. Like he's doing all he could do.
Yeah.
That's funny. I said that to someone. We were talking about hip hop somewhere online today, and I said it's crazy that Busta Rhymes and Method Man went from like Bruce Banner to Incredible Hulk. Because they was the skinniest guys back in the day, and now they're like now they tanks.
Fucking yoke. Yeah.
But Busta, you gotta get back in the gym, bro. I seen the belly.
He lost it for a minute. I don't know.
For a minute, but he put it back on, right? Probably just touring too much, bro. Not time to work out with shit.
Bro, it's hard to keep.
He's wearing that big chain.
Yeah, that chain will work him. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You ready?
Top 5?
Top
5. Number 1 is Nas. I think it's just obvious, like voice alone, imagery, storytelling. You could close your eyes and picture it. Okay, I'm gonna precurse by saying this for my top 5 of what I like in artists. I like people that are unorthodox, who don't always land where you think they're supposed to land on the beat, and I like people that have imagery and paint a picture of uniqueness. So that's what I'm gonna say for my favorite. So number 1 is Nas. Like, whatever beat you give him, like, he ain't even rhyming to the beat. Like, that beat is rhyming to Nas. Like, it's it has his own. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, there's like whatever beat you give him, that beat is not the parameters of what he's doing. Like, that beat is lucky that he's on it type of shit. Like,
true that.
And like the storytelling, bro, you can close your eyes and see it. 3 lipstick marks on empty Coronas, like size 12 Timberland. Like, it's like you can close your eyes and you're there. And like the tone of voice, he never raises his voice. Never raises his voice. Is always so calm. And when you have the ability to be calm yet powerful, like, that shit is like, who you gonna be more scared of, right, in the world? If you see someone at the club, someone's like, I'll fucking kill you right now. Or someone's like, bro, I will kill you. Like, it hits different.
It does.
It hits different.
Definitely.
So that's my number 1. Number 2, I gotta go Hove. Like, to me, it's just incredible. Different flow, every single song. Similar to Nas, unorthodox, and paints a picture. Like, tells you his life story. And man, again, the voice alone, the unorthodox rhyme pattern, you don't know where he's gonna land, and the imagery. I was conceived by Gloria Carter and Atlas Reeves, who made love under the sycamore tree, which makes me a more sicker MC than my mama would claim. At 10 pounds when I was born, I didn't give her no pain. Although over the years I gave her fair share. I gave her first real scare. I made it for birth when I got here. Like, it's just like every song's a different flow. You know how sometimes you have artists where they keep the same formula? Like, every flow is the same song.
Yeah.
So like, he never does that. So that's number 2. Number 3, I gotta go Prodigy of Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Like, that guy is like the most unorthodox, best voice. And to me, like, my strength with Prodigy is like, he just gets to the fucking point.
Yes.
Like, he makes it digestible, understandable. He makes simple ideas complex rather than, I don't like when rappers try to make complex ideas too much, like you know what I'm saying? Like, if a rapper's trying to be too complex, photosynthesis, then like he makes complex simple.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can get it, you can understand it, and you look in his eyes. I met him. You look in his eyes, bro, you could tell he really feels he's the greatest of all time. And one of the things I look up to him for is confidence. Like, there is nothing else. Like, this is what it is. And it's like that level of belief and that level of, and another one, doesn't raise his voice, doesn't yell.
Yeah.
He says it to you in a way that's like, you fucking believe it. And so that's number 3 to me. Number 4 and 5 is a tie to me because I can't leave one without the other. My Philly guys, Freeway and Beanie Siegel. Again, the fucking charisma and the rhyme patterns. Like, they will rhyme one thing here, then rhyme this over here, then rhyme something in the middle, then rhyme that, then go to that, then come back to the thing in the middle. Like, that shit is fucking haiku to me. Yeah. And like, that's, like I said, unorthodox. I love that shit. Lastly, I got to put Drake because, like, whether we like it or not, he's also unorthodox. Like, he doesn't land in the places you expect him to land. Like, when he really raps, like, I'm talking about, like, because he's eclectic, he does R&B, he does whatever, but I'm talking about the fan of Drake I am is like when he really raps and he paints pictures that no one else says, and he lands in unorthodox places. Like, he don't just rhyme to the beat normally. Like, the pockets he chooses, like, he might extend a bar, he might, like, it's just, that's what I look for, and that's my top 5.
I feel you with the Drake stuff. Like, my pocket for him is at 5 a.m. in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like that, when he's flowing like that.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, if you hear the 8 a.m. in Charlotte one, like, bro, like, it's like, he's another one where I think, like, the beat is like Nas. The beat don't matter. Like, he's extending bars and taking detours and then getting back to the beat. Like, which I appreciate because, like, how you supposed to stand out just rhyming? And then I came into place. Then I did this phase. Then I did this break. And it's like, I think all greats veer off the path and find different pockets. I almost look at it as double dutch. Like some people just jumping over one skipping rope.
Yeah.
Some people are jumping over two skipping ropes.
Yeah.
Like,
and speed it up and slow it down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's why I like about like probably the era that we grew up in is that we had more of that.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, people they imitate more.
Same flow.
Yes,
Bro, when you think of our day, and like you guys are a little older than me, but I'll still say our day.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this is the thing. No one sounded the same. Snoop didn't sound like DMX.
Nope.
DMX didn't sound like Jay. Jay didn't sound like Nas. Nas didn't sound like Be Real.
hell, they had groups.
Like-
Wu-Tang
like it was,
is 9 guys in one group,
Yeah,
and none of them sounded the
sound
same.
like- But now it's like, this is hot. This is working. Let's do that.
Yeah,
And it's like it's not. It's gonna come to a head to where everyone's tired of it,
Yo.
and it's gonna be like, all right, I think it's already happening. It's starting to now.
fizzle off.
It's starting to happen now.
Yeah, like because those type of people, their shelf life is getting less and less.
It's why people like I can't name an album or a song or whatever from this guy, but he got a new album coming out soon, and it's why these kids fuck with Tyler the Creator because it's like, bro, he's doing something different that you never heard.
He's mad,
and
different.
like that shit may not be what I grew up on or what I'm listening to every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's what they're listening to, and it's different.
Yeah,
And like it's like.
yeah, they like the kids do like something different. They're getting tired of
They're getting tired
like
of it. How
my
much
son
time
likes
can you hear the same 808 don,
Yeah.
with the same fucking snare, the
What's
same
his name?
every fucking thing? Like it's like, bro, people aren't hearing that shit anymore after 10 years. Like,
Childish Gambino. My kids like that Childish Gambino
Yeah.
because he's
but he's an all around talent. He did
He's an
stand-up
artist.
Oh,
comedy,
yeah.
He's a
stand-up
pure
comedy,
artist.
Oh, yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
Rex.
That's
Axe.
an artist, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah he's crazy.
yeah.
Fucking DJ, remember? He thought it was fucking
Yeah, he got Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon and Donald Glover mixed up.
Who said that?
our other co-host, DJ Laton.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I used to think in my head that it was somehow his father, and I looked it up. Like in my head, I thought for like a week.
I thought they was related.
I'm like, that's
what
his
is
father. That's your father. I'm like, no, he's related.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you know, you hear one of your friends tell you fucking, you know, they'll just be drunk and they'll tell you, you know, might have been ghetto. Yeah, that's your father.
Yeah.
You fucking believe it. It's like, no, man. I got fact check everything.
Yeah.
You know?
I see Ghetto saying that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's your father.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Cool,
I gotta
cool,
fact check Ghetto so much.
cool. All right.
I love you, Ghetto.
So
Before we
shout
get
out to
over
the boy.
here, what you got new coming up?
So I got the Be Real remix. I got the Be Real remix featuring Be Real November 12th.
November 12th.
Featuring the man, the myth, the legend, Be Real, man. I don't know how I pulled it off, but it's in your airwaves, November 12th. And I got so much music, I'll be honest with you. I just don't know where to like put it all. Like I haven't been in project mode. I just been in like create single mode. So it's like for me to do a project, it's like I have to have a concept. I have to have. So like I'm still figuring out where that lives, but like, fuck, I do songs every day.
Beautiful. Any shows or anything coming up?
No shows.
No shows.
No nothing coming up. The next thing I'm supposed to do is shut up my man Chris Webby. He been bringing me in a lot of his tours lately, and the next thing they say that I'm supposed to come on is his end of the year show in Connecticut at the end of November, and then after that we're supposed to do a West Coast U.S. tour.
Oh, nice.
So I toured Canada with him. I did a few dates in the States with him, and that's just someone I click with. That I'll be honest with you, like I didn't really know his music that well. Nothing. Like he came here, we did 9 shows in Canada, and that became like my fucking brother. Like love that guy, and he just started being like, yo, you're dope. Like, let me put you on this shit. Another one that got a cult following. And man, I'm just grateful. Like, I think the more at bats you have, or the more you do this shit and stay consistent, like we were talking about, it's just like the more people you meet, the more opportunities come, and I'm just grateful for it all.
Awesome, man. Well, it's a pleasure having you here, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
You know,
this was amazing, man.
Yeah.
This might have been the funnest interview I ever did.
We try to do it, bro. Keep it fun.
Oh yeah,
Keep it
fun.
light. You know what I mean?
You know how it is. We'll have you back for sure.
For sure.
And yeah, like I said, pleasure having you on the podcast. November 12th. Check for the Be Real remix featuring Be Real. I'm John Gizzy. You know who is he, aka Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with King Tigger,
The King of Kings.
my cousin Ray Ray,
You know what it is.
and special guest.
It's Mr. Matthews.
And we started a podcast, and we out.
Deuces.
Yes, sir.